Now, our today's topic is step response of an RC circuit. It is also related to chapter 7 from our previously following book, Alexander. So, what is the step response basically? Previously, we have studied the response at a state when our circuit is not connected with any kind of source, right? If you remember that. So, the step response of the circuit is its behavior when the excitation is the step function. Step function. You have already studied what is step function, unit step function, which may be voltage or current. In simple words, when the DC source of an RC circuit is suddenly applied, the voltage or the current source can be modeled as step function, and the response is known as step response. In our previous case, what was happening? We were removing the source. In this, what is happening? We are suddenly applying the source. It is a one step further. Now, what we are going to do? We are going to consider the same simple RC circuit. But the difference is we have also applied a source over here and a switch over here, right? So, consider the RC circuit as shown in figure A. This one is figure A, which can be replaced by the circuit in figure B. If we close the switch, this circuit can be replaced like this. We are having a constant DC source. Now, here again, as we are dealing with capacitor, so we are dealing with capacitor voltage as the circuit response. Again, in case of when we are going to study the inductor, we are going to study the inductor current as the response of the circuit. So we assume an initial voltage on the capacitor, right? Definitely, when the switch was open, we have to assume some voltage on at t is equal to 0 or t less than 0. We must know what is that voltage at the previous states. It is not necessary that a step response has an initial voltage because we are connecting a source right now. We are connecting a source at t is equal to 0. So sometimes it may be happen that initially no source was connected and our capacitor or inductor is not having any kind of charge on it. So we must keep that state also in mind, that maybe we got 0 for t less than 0 or t equal to 0, and we have to find out the response at t greater than 0. As again the voltage cannot be changed instantaneously in case of capacitor, so v of 0 is equal to v naught. At t is equal to 0, we got whatever voltage that is previously stored on the capacitor. It is the voltage across the capacitor just before switching. Either it is having a voltage source or not, but the voltage just before switching is v of t negative, and v of t positive is just immediately after we apply a switch. We put on the switch or we change the state of the switch. Now, in this case, as we have studied the circuits in our previous slide, we have to apply KCL. What is KCL? We are having a capacitor and we are also having a resistor. So, what is the voltage drop across capacitor? C into dV over dt. And what about the resistor? V minus Vs u of t. U of t is the same step response over R. What was R? R was the resistor. Vs source, given source. V nodal voltage. Now rearranging it, after rearranging, we again have to simplify it. Putting the derivative on the one side of equation, the remaining R, we are going to take the RC common among them. Then what we are going to do, we are going to replace the dt with v minus vf, so that we got v's term on same side and dt over RC on the other side. This equation, I am talking about this equation. Now again same, integrating, after integration we got this type of result in both cases, and after simplification what we are going to get, ln v minus vs over v naught minus vs is equal to minus t over RC. Applying exponential, this will remove this ln. On the other hand side we got e raised to power minus t over tau, as we know that in case of RC circuit, we got tau is equal to RC. So again, after simplification, we got V minus Vs is equal to V naught minus Vs into e raised to power minus t over tau. So what is the final equation for t greater than 0? We got V of t is equal to Vs initial source plus V out at time 0 minus Vs into e raised to power minus t over tau. So at time t less than 0, we were having the voltage of V naught, and at time t greater than 0, we are going to have the voltage with respect to current as Vs plus V naught minus Vs into e raised to power minus t over tau. You have to memorize this formula to solve the numerical type questions. And what we call this is the complete response of the circuit. What is complete response? Complete response is natural response or the previously stored energy and the forced response. The response which is initiated after time t is equal to 0 or after a sudden force is applied. We can represent it with Vn plus Vf. And what is Vn? Vn is V naught e raised to power minus t over tau. And what is Vf? Vf is Vs into 1 minus e raised to power minus t over tau. We have to combine these two responses to get a complete response. Now, step response of RC circuit with initially charged capacitor. Initially charged capacitor means it is having some charge initially before time t is equal to 0. So, for voltage it is initially increasing, and for current it is slowly decreasing. They are opposite to each other. The transient response is the circuit's temporary response that will die out with time. These are some terms which you have to memorize, especially for your viva also. Your examiner may ask what is transient response. Transient response is we may call it as initial response that will die out. When the source is disconnected, it will die out slowly with respect to time. The steady state response is the behavior of the circuit as long a long time after the external excitation is applied. Means the second response, that is the steady state response, when excitation is applied for long period of time. So this one is again our V of t, V of infinite, or V of time greater than 0. We can also call it V of t greater than 0, V of 0, and again the same one multiplied by e raised to minus t over tau. V of naught is the initial voltage at T0. V of infinite is the final or steady state voltage. This steady state. Thus, to find the step response of the RC circuit, we require three things: initial capacitor voltage V of 0, final capacitor voltage, and time constant tau. The first one can be obtained at t less than 0. The second and the third one are obtained at t greater than 0. Right? Now, the important part of this all discussion. We have to solve a numerical type question related to this. What is the statement? The statement is, in figure, the switch has been closed for a long time and is opened at t is equal to 0. At time t is equal to 0, this switch will get open, right? This part of circuit will get open. Find I and V for all times. What does all times mean? T less than 0, t greater than 0, t equal to 0. All times you have to make sure that you have to find out all the requirements of the circuit. All time means you have to fulfill the requirement for t less than 0, for t greater than 0, and for t equal to 0 as per given formulas. Now, what is the circuit? The circuit is having a u of t, unit step function in it. What is unit step function? Unit step function is the function which is 0 before this, and after 0 it will sustain a 1 voltage up till infinite. But Before 0, it is 0. It has no amplitude at all. What the other things this circuit contain? This 10 ohm, this 20 ohms, this 1 by 4 farad capacitance, and another voltage source 10 volts. And what is the requirement? This I is the requirement and this V is the requirement of our circuit, right? Now let's start. Switch has been closed for long time. Yes, we know that it is given in the statement. Switch is open at t is equal to 0. Yes, this part of circuit will be open at t is equal to 0. So by definition of unit step function, this is a unit step function. 30 into u of t is 0 for t less than 0. Yes, why? Because we know that unit step function would be 0 before time 0 and 30 after t greater than 0 or t equal to 0. So for t less than 0, this 30 u of t is equal to 0, or we can replace it with a short circuit. Instead of this voltage source, we can apply a short over here, right? I have also redrawn the circuit for you guys. Since switch has been closed for a long time, the capacitor voltage has reached steady state and capacitor act like an open circuit. Always an open circuit for a steady state applied voltage. So here I have also mentioned the open circuit for capacitance and this short for the u of t source. Now this is our required type of circuit for t less than 0. You have to find out the V and I, this one. V is 10 volts. Why? Because this is directly connected with this and these two nodes are also connected with it. All these three branches are in parallel with each other. So we don't need to worry about it. We know that it is 10 volts. I is V over 10. Why? Because we have to find out the current for this branch. And this branch is having the current V divided by 10. That is minus 10 over 10 and it is equal to minus 1 amperes. Negative sign because the given direction of the current is moving towards the node, right? And we know that in case of nodal, we have to consider the positive for the currents which is going against the direction of the node, right? So now from above we come to know that V of 0 which is equal to V of 0 negative is equal to 10 volts from here at time t less than 0. Now the main target at time t greater than 0. The switch is open now. In this case, what does our circuit look like? Like this. 30 u of t, it is having a voltage after t equal to or greater than 0. It is in operating state. And after long time circuit reaches a steady state and again our capacitor is acting as an open circuit. Now what do we get now? This 10 ohms and this 20 ohms and this source. So the second case for t greater than 0, we got V of infinite, V of t greater than 0, which is equal to 20 over 20 plus, and we are just applying voltage divider here, multiply by 30, which is equal to 20 volts. Now the third most important part, to get the tau, we have to find out R Thevenin. To find out the value of R Thevenin, we have to short the voltage source. You guys already know that. So after shorting out the voltage source, we got 10 ohms in parallel with 20 ohms, and what we are going to get is 20 over 3, right? So finding out tau, we got 5 by 3 seconds. Now the main target, we have to put all these values in our required formula to get our accurate results. We know in V of infinite, we know V of 0, and we know the value of tau. So all three requirements are complete. We put the values over here, and what we got as V of t is 20 minus 10 e raised to power minus 0.6 t volts. Now, current. As per the given direction, I is moving towards the 20 ohm resistor, and capacitor also definitely. So I is dividing between these two, 20 ohm resistor and the voltage and the resistance of capacitance. So I is definitely equal to current across resistor and the current across capacitor. So we are going to put the formulas here. Current across resistor is V of t over 20 and current across capacitor is C dV over dt. So putting the values instead of V of t, as we find out the value as 20 minus 10 e raised to minus 0.63 in previous case. Similarly, in case of this V of t, we are going to derive this, apply derivative on this voltage again. So after simplification of this step, we got these, and after simplification of this step, we got this, and after combining this all, we got the value of current as 1 minus e raised to power minus 0.60 amperes. Hence, we are going to summarize our results. V is 10 volts for t less than 0, and for t greater than 0 it is 20 minus 10 e raised to power minus 0.60, and current is minus 1 for t less than 0, and it is 1 plus e raised to power minus 0.60 amperes for t greater than 0. Now what is your assignment? Your assignment is all the questions from exercise of section 7.5, and you also have to solve the technical questions from examples of the book, of the same book, Fundamentals of Electric Circuit by Alexander. Thank you.